That will appear on the ballot. If the voters vote to recall Josh Newman, they'll be faced with some choices. We did talk to Ling Ling Chang earlier, and she, of course, lost a narrow election to Newman back in 2016. Bruce Whitaker, who is currently a Fullerton council member, is right here with us right now. He's also on the ballot.
All right, Bruce, welcome.
Thank you, Ken and John.
Yeah.
Good to be with you here with you.
What do you remember of the Josh Newman campaign 2 years ago? Did he promise everybody he was going to raise their taxes $779 a year, gas and car taxes? Did that come up at all?
No, in fact, you look back, it was very fraudulent. He was posing as though he was going to be a different kind of Democrat. He was projecting that he would be more fiscally responsible. And he's been anything but. I mean,
so people really feel violated here.
Absolutely. And, you know, they called this recall, he and the Dems called this recall fraudulent, but that's actually 3 fingers back at them when they point that way, because what they've done is very fraudulent.
Yeah, because this has always been a majority Republican district.
It is.
So he lied and changed his message to appeal to a more Republican audience, and then he immediately betrayed them with the tax rate.
Right. I'm a constituent. I feel betrayed right from the get-go, and that's why early on when you were at the ARCO station last year in Fullerton, I was there. I signed the recall petition and spoke with you at that time as well.
Are people still angry because it's been a year of this? Are they still, do they remember it? Are they focused? Are they going to vote? Are they still pissed at him?
Very much so. And I think they've been listening to you all along. You've been wonderful on this issue to try to get some justice and get us back on the right footing in the 29th district. This is largely blue-collar area, large parts of this district, and these taxes hurt. They hurt working families. But beyond that, there's a broad middle that doesn't follow the candidates in the establishment, either Democrat or Republican, who feel they're getting gouged by collusion by those 2 forces. And that's who I'm running to represent. I'm a longtime taxpayer advocate. I have a record of success. I'm the real thing in this election. So one thing, and you pointed out often, John, don't follow who the party hacks put up and where the big money is behind, because they're going to sell us out given an opportunity. That's not me. I ask everybody to examine my record. It goes back, 25 years with a lot of success.
It's hard to trust because the latest example, and there's been a lot of them over the years, was the 7 or 8 assembly members Republicans who jumped ship and voted for the global warming gas tax, which is even larger than this one we're trying to repeal.
Chad Mays and
Chad Mays,
Mr. Yucca Valley. He led the way on recruiting those Republicans.
There's a lot of people really disgusted, and they have no faith in anybody.
Well, many years ago, I led the way to repeal utility taxes in Fullerton. That saved over $200 million at this point. I led the way in the Orange County bankruptcy to defeating the bankruptcy sales tax. That saved over $3.5 billion for taxpayers since then. I started a taxpayer group that sued the Gray Davis administration and later the Schwarzenegger administration to prevent illegal borrowings, unconstitutional borrowings, without voter approval. So, I urge anyone. I stood up for Kelly Thomas on the Fullerton City Council as a fairly new council member as well. So I have a long record as a loyal Republican and an advocate for taxpayers. And I defy anybody else in this race to compare what the results are that I could bring.
Are you prepared, though, to go to Sacramento, where we have this nest of progressive Democrats, all of their plans to get people out of their cars, to raise taxes, to turn this state into something that nobody will ever recognize?
It is a bit of a booby price. I agree with that. I served a few years as district director of a state assemblyman, so I've been there. I've been in the Republican caucus sessions up there where they're making sausage. It's not pretty. But I am tested and tried on that, and I am ready. And if it means protecting Prop 13, especially a split roll, the Democrats' holy grail has always been to eliminate Prop 13. So for that reason, yes, I'll go and I'll hit my head against that block wall in Sacramento. But I've had a really good amount of success at doing battle with the other side. I know that they would fear me far more than any of the other candidates.
What else is animating people here? Because you've got Orange County towns, fighting the county over putting homeless people